What's going on, William? I went to the wedding venue and they said there's no booking for today. What do they mean it was canceled a month ago?
Oh, you're already at the venue?
Of course I am. It's our wedding day. The staff here looked so confused. They said everything was canceled weeks ago.
Yeah, we could cancel without fees if we did it a month before. So I made it just in time.
You're talking about cancellation fees right now? My parents are on their way. My friends are all getting ready.
Well, about that.
Wait, that's not what I really want to ask. Why did you cancel it? What's happening with our wedding today?
Look, this isn't easy to say.
Just tell me what's going on. I'm standing here in my wedding dress waiting for you to explain. Aren't you coming?
I'm sorry, Sarah. I won't be having a wedding with you. In other words, I'm breaking up with you.
What did you just say? William, if this is some kind of joke, it's not funny.
It's not a joke. I found someone I want to marry more than you. I'm going to marry Rachel. Thanks for introducing me to such an amazing woman.
What? Rachel, as in my childhood best friend? You can't be serious. How long has this been going on?
So yeah, I'm really sorry about this.
Sorry doesn't cut it. How could you cheat with my best friend? No, that's not even important right now. Why didn't you tell me immediately when you canceled the wedding? All our guests and my parents are coming. This is horrible.
Yes. I just didn't know how to bring it up.
You've had a month to tell me. A whole month.
Well, I couldn't find the right time to tell you. It's really awkward to bring up, and I kept putting it off until it became the wedding day.
Awkward? Awkward? I'm standing here in my wedding dress with no wedding. No groom. My parents are driving 3 hours to get here. You've got to be kidding me. Come to the venue right now. You need to take responsibility and explain this to all the guests.
No way, no way. Everyone will be furious with me. So I'll leave the guest explanations to you.
Are you serious right now? You cancel the wedding. You cheat with my best friend, and I have to explain to everyone?
You're better at handling these kinds of situations.
Excuse me?
Just apologize to everyone nicely for me. Well then, I'll leave the rest to you.
William, don't you dare ignore me now. William, answer your phone. You absolute coward. At least have the decency to face what you've done. Did you hear from William? Actually, I'm going to marry him. He said he's choosing me over you. Yes, I just heard. Right after finding out about the cancellation from a month ago, actually. Oh, so you finally found out. I was wondering how long he'd keep it a secret. You knew he hadn't told me? Of course I knew. We'd been planning our life together for weeks. Wow, how pathetic. I can't stop laughing imagining you standing alone at the venue. While I was picking out centerpieces and sending invitations, you two were planning this. You really had no idea. That makes it even funnier. Why would you do this? Rachel, how could you steal your childhood best friend's fiancé? That's horrible. What are you talking about? It's precisely because we're childhood friends. What? Don't act so confused. You know exactly what I mean. No, I really don't. We've been friends since kindergarten. Always together through college. It was always pretty, smart me, and plain, clumsy you. You're the one who tried to upset this balance. Balance? What balance? You know your place was always behind me. Second best. Excuse me? When I heard you were getting married before me, I was furious. It made it seem like I was inferior to you. Are you serious? This is about getting married first? You've always been jealous of me, always trying to compete with me. The order of who gets married first doesn't matter. I told you first because I was so happy, and you seemed happy for me. But inside, you were thinking such awful things. Happy for you? Please, you're just trying to one-up me again. I never tried to compete with you. You were my best friend. I was about to lose it when you told me about your engagement. Plus, William is quite handsome, tall, and works at a big corporation with a promising future. I couldn't stand the thought of you marrying someone like him. Someone like him? What's that supposed to mean? Someone who deserves better than you. So you stole him. That's no excuse. Stole? Please, he chose me willingly. Shut up. Someone like you shouldn't talk back to me. You weren't even a good match for William anyway. Let me ask you then. Do you think you're a better match? Obviously. Did you really think you could keep someone like him? Of course. I'm pretty and feminine. That's why William chose me. Rachel, are you really going through with marrying William? Do you think you two can be happy after hurting your childhood friend like this? Absolutely we can. We're perfect together. Yes, we'll be extremely happy. Because William and I deeply love each other, so you should give up on him quickly. Fine, I'll give up. But in exchange, you need to take responsibility. Pay me compensation for breaking the engagement. You two ruined my life, so take responsibility for that. Compensation? Are you kidding me? In these situations, it's the person who gets stolen from who's at fault. We don't need to pay you anything. Losers should just go home and cry. You really think you can just walk away from this? Watch me. William and I are moving for his job transfer next week anyway. You're both running away? Running away? No, we're moving on to our perfect life together. You should try moving on too, if you can. It's been a while, Sarah. Did you receive our wedding invitation? What do you think? We're having it at such a beautiful venue. Yes, I just received it. I heard you registered your marriage right after that incident, but I didn't expect you'd have a wedding ceremony too. Did you like the gold embossing? I picked everything myself. You really sent me a wedding invitation after everything myself. Of course we're having a ceremony. Every girl dreams of wearing a wedding dress. As written in the invitation, we're having it at a gorgeous venue. The same venue you stole my fiancé from. Oh, is it? I hadn't noticed. What a funny coincidence. You're right. This is quite a popular place. Isn't it perfect for us? And we'll have lots of guests celebrating with us. All the guests who were supposed to come to my wedding. Don't be bitter. This is about our special day. But I'm surprised you sent an invitation to me. I'm William's ex, and the victim of your affair. I didn't think you'd invite me. Well, you know how it is with the guest lists. Actually, I wasn't sure until the last minute, but we are longtime childhood friends after all. What? Childhood friends? After what you did? Despite everything that happened, the fact that we're childhood friends won't change. That's why I thought it would be rude not to invite you. It would be sad for you not to know about your childhood friend's wedding, so I thought I should at least let you know. Oh, how thoughtful of you to consider my feelings now. I'm looking forward to it. What? You're not planning to come, are you? Of course I am. I wouldn't miss my childhood friend's wedding. What do you mean, what? Sending invitation means you want me to come, right? I didn't think that at all. I just sent it as a formal announcement. An ex-girlfriend, especially one whose boyfriend was stolen, wouldn't want to see each other at a wedding ceremony. You'd probably cry from how pathetic you are. I wasn't planning to prepare a seat for a loser like you anyway. Calling me a loser is pretty harsh. You did invite me, with a +1 option, I noticed. But it's true. You're the loser who got her fiancé stolen. You must still have feelings for William. So don't force yourself to come to the wedding. You don't want to see the man you love getting married, right? You seem awfully worried about me attending. I have no lingering feelings, and I'm not forcing myself. Since you were kind enough to invite me, I'll attend. You can't be serious. You've got some nerve. Well, as a special favor, you don't need to bring a wedding gift. Really? I can come empty-handed? Yes, empty-handed. Just like how you left the venue that day. You never sued us for compensation anyway, so we'll be generous and exempt you from giving a gift. I didn't choose not to sue. I couldn't. You both fled town right after, and apparently you can't file for compensation without an address. Fled? How dramatic. I just followed him for his job transfer. You know how big companies often require nationwide transfers. Right after stealing my fiancé. Such perfect timing. As if you didn't plan all that, too. The timing of that transfer was too convenient. Because of that, I had no choice but to give up on the compensation. First. Come on, that was a year ago. Let it go. Instead, I'm letting you off the hook for the wedding gift, so just enjoy our wedding empty-handed. How generous of you. Well, I'll take you up on that. I'll help make your wedding lively as one of the guests, so is it okay if I bring a friend? Uh-huh. Your friend? When I told them about your wedding, they said they'd love to come. I don't remember saying you could bring a friend. The invitation says +1. Actually, several of my friends are interested. Well, it's a popular venue, so I'm not surprised they're interested. The more people celebrating with us, the better. Perfect. My friend will be so excited. Thanks, then I'll bring my friend. Oh, I'm really looking forward to your wedding. Just, don't cause any trouble. Trouble? Me? Never. I just want to celebrate my childhood friend's special day. Sarah, what's going on? Who's that woman you brought? She suddenly grabbed William and started demanding child support payments. What's happening? Oh, is something wrong with the ceremony? Don't play dumb. The entire venue is in chaos. Well, I livened up the wedding, as promised. Did he? This isn't what I meant by lively. How is this livening things up? The venue is in chaos. William turned pale and collapsed. I was in the bathroom. That was quite something, wasn't it? People do faint when they're overwhelmed with emotion. What? You call that emotion? My wedding is ruined. The guests are all whispering. When an abandoned mistress suddenly appears, of course he'd faint from shock and emotion. Abandoned mistress? Please explain properly. Child support demands? Abandoned mistress? What's going on? Who is this friend you brought? Oh, now you want to know about Michelle? The girl I brought is Michelle, someone William was dating a year ago. While he was engaged to me, William was not just seeing you, but Michelle as well. What? Should I type that out for you again in shorter words? He was seeing someone else while dating both of us? Michelle didn't know about his engagement, and without realizing anything, she got pregnant. Then William suddenly cut off all contact. No way. He got a girl pregnant and ran away? Surprised? There's more. His way of running was especially cruel. What? When Michelle told him about the pregnancy, he seemed happy. He said they'd get married and raise the child together, but then he suddenly disappeared. He said to wait a bit while he prepared for the marriage and then never contacted her again. He promised to marry her, too? What an absolute scumbag. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? So, Michelle gave birth alone and kept searching for William. That's how she found me. When I heard her story, I was too shocked to speak. So, you only recently found out about her and the baby too? About 2 weeks before you sent the wedding invitation too? I see. Perfect timing, wouldn't you say? So, I immediately contacted Michelle. I told her this was finally our chance to find out where you two were. Then Michelle said she wanted to confront him, and I'm glad I could help make that happen. See? This is ridiculous. I let you bring a friend because you asked. If I'd known she was his ex-mistress, I never would have allowed it. I wouldn't have invited you if I knew you'd ruin the wedding. But she is my friend. What? What? As fellow victims of William. It's complicated, but having both been victimized by William makes us friends. We have so much in common, you see. By the way, I'm so grateful to you, Rachel. These days, venues are strict and you can't sneak in without an invitation. I was worried about how to get Michelle into the venue. Thanks to you kindly allowing attendance. Really, thank you. What? You planned this all along. This is absurd. I didn't allow this to have my wedding ruined. I just wanted lots of people to celebrate with us. This is horrible. Don't worry. Michelle will leave soon, so relax. The wedding can continue after this. Michelle said she'll be satisfied once William acknowledges the child and agrees to pay child support. She'll leave as soon as he agrees to everything. That means she won't leave until he agrees, right? Exactly. Clever of you to catch on. Yes, but is that a problem? As a woman, don't you want to help Michelle's situation? That's impossible. I'm pregnant with William's child, too. We can't afford child support for another kid. Oh, you're pregnant, too? Yes! We were going to announce it at the wedding today. But now this is awful. I didn't want to know about another child's existence. Another child. Interesting choice of words. Well, that's made things more complicated. Anyway, we guess we'll sit quietly, so you two newlyweds should talk this out quickly and restart the wedding. How can we restart after this? Oh, and Rachel, Michelle brought proof. Documents, photos, everything. Just in case William tries to deny it.
What did you do yesterday? Because of you, the wedding was canceled. I'm a complete
Oh, finally brave enough to message me?
laughingstock. This isn't funny. Do you know how much that wedding cost?
Less than my canceled one, I hope. You two were already a laughingstock.
Cost? What did you say?
Having a grand wedding when you're just affair partners who stole each other. You might as well embrace being a complete laughingstock.
Hey? You had no right to bring that woman. Stop messing around. More importantly, how do you know Michelle? Everything was going so well. Why did all my plans suddenly fall apart?
Your plans? Like abandoning a pregnant woman? Your despicable plans deserve to fall apart. I was completely fooled back then. You switched from me to Rachel, then used the job transfer to run away. I thought that was all, but to think such a huge secret was hidden. You just used Rachel to escape from Michelle, didn't you?
That's not... I didn't... Shut up! It's her fault for getting pregnant on her own. I just wanted some fun.
Fun? Is that what you call abandoning two women? And women can't get pregnant by themselves, you idiot. It's because of stupid men like you.
Well, that's...
What happened to all that confidence from last year? Yet you suddenly disappeared, not taking any responsibility as a father. Stop being so pathetic. Instead of complaining...
I can't do that so suddenly. Rachel and I are having a baby too.
Child support. Yes, I heard from Rachel, but that's irrelevant to Michelle and her child. Any child that's yours is your responsibility. Don't push everything onto Michelle just because it's convenient for you.
That's true, but...
But what, going to transfer jobs again? If you try to run away again, next time you'll hear from a lawyer through your company. This is the worst. William went and acknowledged that woman's child. He even signed a document promising to pay $500 in monthly child support. Sounds like he's finally taking responsibility. What's so terrible about that? I'm relieved he's finally taking responsibility. I hope this helps reduce Michelle's burden a bit. But it's increased my burden. With our baby coming, we'll have lots of expenses, and now $500 disappears from our budget every month. I can't believe it. So, I'm divorcing William too. What? Even though you're pregnant? I won't stay with a man who has another child. I'll divorce him and demand child support too. I'm so angry that he was playing with other women, and I don't want to raise a child with a man like him. Funny how things change. Weren't you just celebrating your perfect marriage? Oh, really, do whatever you want. But if you're going to raise a child alone, you better be prepared. What's that supposed to mean? I can raise a child by myself just fine. There are plenty of single mothers in the world. If that annoying Michelle can do it, I can definitely do it. But in your case, there's also the matter of paying compensation to me. What? Compensation? Did you forget about that too? Unlike Michelle, who has no extra expenses, you'll have a hard time as a Wait a minute, why do I have to pay you compensation? Think hard. Maybe it'll come to you. You still haven't paid compensation for breaking my engagement. But that was a year ago! Yes, a year you spent hiding. Doesn't matter if it was a year ago. I believe the statute of limitations for engagement breach compensation is about 3 years, so I can easily still claim it. Really? So, I'll be claiming a hefty amount, considering the mental anguish I suffered after you two ran away for a year. How about... You must be joking! I'm having a baby! We need money for raising a child. There's no way we can pay about $30,000. Whether you have money or not doesn't matter. You'll just have to earn more than your childcare expenses. Or maybe William can help. Oh, wait, he'll be busy with Michelle's child support. If you're worried about work and income, why not ask Michelle? She's your senior in single motherhood after all. $30,000? That's... I can't ask that woman. She's the reason William and I are divorcing. No, William is the reason you're divorcing. Then maybe ask your parents for help? Oh wait, that's impossible. They didn't even come to yesterday's wedding. I heard rumors you were disowned, and I guess they were true. You know about that too. What should I do? Even though I was disowned, I still sent them a wedding invitation. I thought they'd at least come to the wedding despite it being a marriage from an affair. I thought they'd forgive me when I told them about the pregnancy, wanting to see their grandchild. They didn't even show up, did they? I've been calling home repeatedly since yesterday. I apologized for everything and told them about the pregnancy. I'm begging to come home, but they won't respond at all. Being disowned isn't something that's easily reversed. Please, Sarah, at this point, couldn't you contact my parents? Ask them to forgive me? You're my longtime childhood friend. Surely you'll help when I'm in such trouble. Childhood friend? Now I'm your childhood friend again? I won't help at all. I don't care how much trouble you're in. What? So, good luck whether you choose to divorce or not. If you stay married, good luck with that idiot. Either way, it'll be tough, but you two deserve each other. The cheaters who stole from others. What? Sarah, please. Goodbye, Rachel. Did you hear from William? Actually, I'm going to marry him. He said he's choosing